5 days later, we return, and our crazy mad cat is drawing like a crazed banshee. Yeah, that's one thing I like about Parade. Once you get the thing going, this cat will never stop. It never gets tired. It's quite fantastic.
Yeah, it won't ever get tired because it's going to keep on looping that unless you've got how many times in control you can put repeat, but we've just got forever here. But we don't really want this drawing he's giving us here, so we'll just take that out and we'll restart. And we'll take all of this out because we want to look at now with the looks.
Okay, so we're going to look at another set of commands. As we said earlier, it's a really nice thing about Scratch is all the commands are grouped together into categories. So you quickly learn where the commands, so we are now going to change the look of our cat. At the moment, we haven't done anything with our cat. It's just a cat. That's the default little cat you get. We haven't done anything. We have fiddled with motion. We have fiddled with sound. We have fiddled with control, etc. We now want to actually fiddle with the actual cat itself, which, as we said earlier, is called a sprite.
As you'll see here, it's got the costume. So if we click here, they've already given you 2 costumes for this cat. So it's sort of like it's running a bit. But if we go here and we put next costume, each time we start, it's going to switch.
Okay, so that's how you create animation. You see, when you are watching something and you're seeing him go very quickly, you can see he looks like he's actually moving. So all that's actually happening, as Joshua showed there, is there are 2 costumes. And as we switch between these costumes, the little cat looks like it's moving.
Yeah, so also what we can do is with move, you see right now, he won't do very much. Every time you click, he'll move. But to make this a lot better, we just change, we don't want him moving too fast. With the control, as we did with the forever, we can do that. And you'll see you go a bit crazy. And you'll also be drawing his little pen line.
So the little crazy cat's also drawing the pen. Now, Joshy, why is he drawing the pen? I don't see any pen command there.
Well, we still haven't moved the pen up because it still thinks the pen's down. So
okay, that was from our previous program where we were showing you how to use things like the pen.
So we'll just put the pen back up. And now when we restart, oh, we haven't got we've taken the command where we set the cat to go to the middle. So if we put that back in, and we set it to go to 0 each time, he doesn't have his pen, but he's just going the line he previously drawn. So
that line is still sitting there.
So we also want to clear what he's just done. So now he's just going to run like that.
Yeah, so notice what's happening here, and it's quite important, is if you are confused, why was it that he's drawing a pen, there's no pen? Remember, the Scratch environment is still recording and remembering the settings you had from the previous game, unless you actually close it and come back in. So it is a good idea at the start of your program, as Josh showed you earlier and he's shown you here, to just have an initialization sequence. That's just a series of commands that are putting your little sprite at the right place, possibly clearing the screen if he was drawing, lifting and dropping the pen if it's needed, etc. Obviously, if you haven't used pen, and for example, now we haven't actually used the pen again, we don't need this. So if this program is not going to have the pen in it, you could take the pen command out and not have to use it and just have the clear command. So important to remember that from when you switch between programs.
A nice one to also use within command, the first one they give you is the wait. Because our cat's moving a tad too fast, we can put this function, and you only want it very little. So if we put it about 0.5, maybe even less, about 0.2, you'll see how much of a difference that makes when he runs. See, now it looks a bit more realistic, but
okay, so what's happening here is Josh has put that weights 0.2 of a second, so that's really like a split second, a 20th of a second, and so it's going to always wait, then move, and then change costume. Wait, move, change costume. That's why it looks like he's moving slowly.
If you want him to actually look like he's moving properly, okay, so we'll make it him go a little bit faster. He is going a little bit slow. To make him go faster, you make the weight even less. So now if we put it 0.1, you see your little cat moves faster along the screen, which looks even more realistic for the little cat.
So you can see it is a lot of programming is about playing with the variables, and the variables are these aspects here. A variable is something that can change. So next costume, that has no variables in it. It is merely a command. It's a statement that is executed, and there's nothing you can do to it. There is no value you can change or no value you can pass to it. A variable, and we will deal with variables later because we can use them to do all sorts of things. But a lot of the actual commands have a variable, have a parameter, as is more formally called, that you can adjust, like your X and Y position or wait times or move number of steps. And those allow you to further customize how things are working.